All right, what is up, everyone? This is the Mindless Persona Podcast. We are joined. I'm fucking up. Yo, this is 4 for 4 now. This is 4 for 4.
Joined by each other. Yeah.
This is 4 for 4. I just fucked up this intro. Ever since I told you your shit at intros.
Yeah, I know.
I kept it in the last 3 videos, so I'm gonna keep it in this one too. We are here with the SummerGameFest edition of our podcast today, and we're both kind of reeling from a pretty big week. We did a video on State of Play, but we can kind of tackle those things a little bit as we tackle the SummerGameFest discussion. I am Residentofraccoon, Raccoon, and I am happy as ever currently sitting here, and I am joined by the Switch 2 Dick Rider.
Yep.
The man who talks a lot of shit and still bought one. What's up,
I
Sarah?
did. What's up?
Mr. The Switch is killing my need for gaming. I don't think I'm going to be gaming after this year.
Yeah. It really is.
It really is, still currently. Yeah. While it's probably in your hands or at your desk right now.
You're not wrong. It's on my desk.
Why did I know?
You're not wrong.
Why did I know?
But no, the Switch 2 is pretty harmful to the community right now.
Yeah, is it harmful to you?
In the long run, it will be, yes.
Well, explain, elaborate.
The whole game keycard thing and like what Nintendo could do, like their TOS is pretty shit. And just like the tactics that they're using, like moving forward in terms of like game ownership and preservation. I don't like a lot of what they're doing. So I'm gonna vote with my wallet.
We no longer have Iwata. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I do have one very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you taste the cartridge?
I don't have a cartridge to taste.
Oh, that's right. You got the Mario Kart bundle. That's right.
Yeah.
Are you going to taste the cartridge?
At this rate, no, because all the games that I would theoretically want to buy are game key cards.
And you would just buy it digitally anyways, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, there's no point.
I saw a guy on Twitter. People have been flaming this guy for the last 2 days now. Switch has been out. And basically he showed his Switch 2 haul. He was like, I got my Switch 2, blah, blah, blah. So he bought the Mario Kart edition of Switch 2. He bought a Pro controller.
Okay.
He bought, I'm going to pull the shit up. Because people are just retweeting the shit out of this.
At the midnight release that I went to, right down the block. I was there for like 30 minutes.
My man did a midnight release.
Yeah. I went to the midnight release so I could go to the gym in the morning.
What time did you go to the fucking gym?
I go to the gym every day at 4 in the morning.
Jesus. So you went to GameStop at 12 a.m., picked up the Switch 2, went home, set it up, transferred your data, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay.
No transfer.
Went home, set it up, played Mario Kart for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. And then I know
a little less than that, yeah.
Then you started jamming in your JRPG remasters. And I'm pretty sure you jammed in Breath of the Wild in there.
No, absolutely not.
No? Okay.
No.
Then, so you wanted to see if your remasters ran at 1080p 60 FPS or 4K, my bad. And then that took up about 2 hours. You got ready, went to the gym.
Basically, yeah.
That's crazy. That's wild. Okay.
Yep.
So this man, he posted, he said it was a great start to the day. I saw somebody who retweeted and they were like, happy for most people, but this is honestly embarrassing. So he bought the Mario Kart 2 edition of the Switch. He has a protective case, the Pro controller, the wheels, the microphone, a 256 gig Samsung memory card,
Express,
Hogwarts Legacy,
God damn,
Cyberpunk, Street Fighter 6, another copy of Mario Kart, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and
He has to be a streamer or something. There's no way.
And 3 amiibos.
What amiibos?
The Zelda ones.
Okay.
I don't even know these names. Let me see. I can zoom in. Tulin, Riju, and Unobo. So this has 4.3k retweets and 56k likes. I'm gonna go through the retweets really quick. Sometimes I'm a little bitter. Nintendo drones are wild. He's got 2 copies of Mario Kart World.
I could never.
Nah, the dick eating is crazy. Feed the consumerist machine, baby. Let him suck every dollar.
Hold on. So that's $5.45, right?
Oh, I did the calculation.
How much is it?
It's about $1,400, give or take. This is including New York State tax. So I don't know what state he's in, but with New York State tax, he's looking at about $1,440, I believe.
It has to be way more than that.
That's what I averaged out. Because Tears of the Kingdom is an $80 game.
But there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 $80 games. Cyberpunk, Hogwarts, and Street Fighter are $60. And Breath of the Wild is $70. I didn't check the prices on the amiibos. I just averaged them out to about $20 each.
That might be right.
The case, well, I averaged all of these numbers, and because I didn't want to look up a lot of the shit. I know the Pro Controller is $85.
Yeah.
The screen protector, what, like 20, 25?
Yeah.
I
think it's more like 15.
The wheels, I think, are like 25 or 30. And the camera's 50, isn't it?
Yes, and then he bought another copy of Mario Kart.
I already added that one, yeah.
Okay.
And the memory card's what, 40? 45?
No, the express ones are more expensive. That's why everyone's so upset.
How much are the express
ones? They're not doing regular. I think it might be like $100 something.
Oh my god! So he's at like 1,500.
Yeah.
He's reaching 1,600 about that.
That's disgusting.
But if you scroll up on his page, he got a copy of Yakuza 0 and Guardians of Azuma. And he got a copy of Hitman Signature Edition.
My God.
He got the Luke Amiibo with Front Mission 2 Remake on the Switch 1. And so far, that's the haul that he showed off. And he's going to see a movie tonight, apparently. So he goes, word on these X streets is if you've grown and bought a Switch 2 that you're a baby. Is that true? Asking for a friend. He's been really salty because people just been retweeting the shit out of this guy. I think this guy had like probably 800 followers. Now he's sitting at about 2.4k. I had so much fun responding to random people's comments on me getting my Switch 2 today. But like no one's ragging on him for getting a Switch 2. People are ragging on him for, like one guy said, feeding the consumerism. Yeah, he was really fucking salty. Like if you click on the original post, Nintendo is the greatest con corporation on the planet. People actually ran out and bought this. And just like people like saying like, what do you do for a living? My job pays me well, he says.
He's probably been saving up for a while.
Yeah. So I saw that and I was just like, bro, like Nintendo fans are fucking crazy, dude. 2 copies of Mario Kart? Like, why did you buy this shit again? It's not even physical. Like, it's physical, but it's not even there. You're just buying another digital game. Isn't that a key card too?
No, none of the Nintendo ones are key cards. That's the fucked up part. That's what I'm saying. It's mostly third party.
Okay.
So what Nintendo's doing is Nintendo isn't offering variable sizes for game key cards for third parties. So it's either you get, I think it's the 64 gig one. No, it has to be more than that because I think Cyberpunk is bigger than 64. It's an extremely large size, or one that's like, I think, smaller than 3 gigs. Those are the two options for third party developers.
There's only 8 gigs on the Cyberpunk card, I think.
No, Cyberpunk, everything is on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The fact that, well, I mean, CD Projekt Red, I don't know how they got money, but they apparently got money.
I mean, The Witcher. What are you talking about? Witcher and Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk did not do well at first. I think Cyberpunk made its money back later on.
What are you talking about? Cyberpunk made so much money at first. They started getting refunds afterwards, but it still made so much money that everyone waited for the update. And then there was the
Phantom Liberty.
There was the DLC, but didn't they re-release the game as like a P5 version? Because it dropped.
It
came out
a year before Phantom Liberty. There was a P5 version, and I think that's where they started really hitting the stride, because that P5 version fixed so much. That's when I went back into the game.
I mean, the patches in general fixed the game. Like, it wasn't just like the P5 version, because like on all the consoles, it's so much better because of the patches.
But I'm just saying, like, that solidified it. Like, you couldn't. The issue with Cyberpunk is like you could not play that shit on a base PS4 at all, like at all. Because I didn't buy the game. I got it for Christmas that year. It came out, but I had already had the PS5, so I put the PS4 version in the PS5, and the PS5 kind of like cleaned the game up. The only issue I had with the game was like there was no glitches. I didn't run into anything like that. The only issue I had in the game was that when I was driving, it didn't load other vehicles or people.
I remember you telling me this, yeah.
Yeah, so like I would just drive in an empty street, and then I would stop where my next destination is, and then the people in cars would load in.
Yeah.
And after maybe like a few hours of that, I loved the game. I thought the game was really good. But after a few hours of that, I was just like, this is I can't. This is just boring. Like I'm just literally driving in an empty street. So I waited till the P5 version dropped. When the P5 version dropped, everything was fixed. The only thing I didn't like about Cyberpunk was the false advertisement of it. They did what they did with Watch Dogs. Where it's like, oh, you can interact with this, and that. You can walk into any store and any shop. It was just like, you're lying. I can't. But Witcher makes a fuck ton of money. That I know, yeah. And I mean, they just put The Witcher in DVD.
Yeah.
Witcher 3 makes a fucking shitload of money. I'm actually playing The Witcher 3 right now.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red and as of right now, Marvelous are the only two third-party companies that are promising that their games will be on the carts. Which is why everyone's buying that Azuma game on the Switch.
Azuma. I didn't hear about that until I saw it on the guy's thing. No one's talking about Bravely Default. Did you get the Bravely Default?
No, I was so excited for that game, and then they announced that it was a game keycard. I'm not gonna buy it.
You're not even gonna get it digitally?
No.
So you're only gonna buy ones that say that they're on the keycard. I mean, they're on the like cartridge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't do it.
So you can support the Switch 2 as a whole, but you can't support the game key card situation. Like, I want you to explain the logic behind that. Like, I want to understand that.
The original Switch has so many issues in terms of hardware, and I feel like so many games suffer because of it. But knowing that, because this is what I've been saying for the longest, that there was going to be an inherent performance boost for the majority of your games. So just being able to experience, like Bayonetta 3 on the Switch 2 is like a completely different game.
I saw that.
Solid, yeah. It's crazy that all of the old games are now like somewhat reaching a new potential. So it's like I want to be able to experience a lot of my games in a way that I wasn't able to before, because it got to a point with the Switch where I would buy games on the Switch and then like I would play them and I'm like damn, like this shit is so ass. It's hard to justify doing it for certain titles, which is why I got the Steam Deck, and then I was buying games on the Steam Deck. But now I'm like, oh, like my digital library is growing, and I know that there's physical versions of a lot of these games that are coming out on the Switch. So I was like, do I bite the bullet, have a better experience on the Steam Deck, but it's digital, and I guess I could play it on my computer too, or do I like suffer a little bit, get it physical, and play it on the Switch? Now I don't really have to worry about that anymore. I can still enjoy my games in what I feel like is an acceptable performance. Like it's obviously not gonna. It's comparable now to the Steam Deck, but this is assuming that the game itself is even comparable to like a mid-range or a mid-setting game on the Steam Deck.
What's the difference between buying digital games on a Steam Deck versus digital games on a Switch 2?
I mean, I have more faith in Steam that they won't take away my digital library the same way that I worry that Nintendo would, which is the bigger issue. Is that
So
I don't know what Nintendo's gonna do like some years down the road if like they'll lock, because like theoretically, right? In 10 years, if I was to buy Bravery Default and then like my Switch breaks and then I get another one, like a secondhand one or a refurbished one, or if I fix it. If I attempt to then buy a brand new copy of Bravery Default, the game keycard version, I wouldn't be able to download it because it has to connect to a server. So like, what is the point? I can't support that because I'm buying something that can be and will be taken away from me eventually. It's not like my GameCube where I could like connect that shit and play my games. It's not like my Vita where I could still access the servers to download all my shit and play my games. Which I mean, eventually that's going to be taken away too. But like those games are like so much easier to emulate. I'm not really worried about that. But I don't want to have to wait God knows how many years for Switch emulation to reach Switch 2 emulation to reach a point where I could safely do it on my computer or another device just to play a game. And Nintendo felt like wasn't good enough to have on a physical cartridge, like for preservation.
Just curious. That's all.
Yeah.
How does Xenoblade run on it?
Which one?
The first one.
It's really good. So the first one had dynamic resolution. There's none of that now. It's a solid. I think it's 720p. I think that's what it hits max. And the game it's not fuzzy anymore.
That's what I'm saying. The screen was very fuzzy.
Yeah, because what the Xenoblade games do is they'll drop the resolution to keep the frame rate steady. So there's none of that now because the Switch 2 can handle the game.
And then, have you tried Astral Chain?
No, but I want to go back to it.
Okay. That's the other one that I'm curious about is Astral Chain.
Yeah, I'm like slowly going through games. And obviously, like if I start playing something that like it feels so much better, like I just get stuck.
Yeah.
But that is the game plan right now. The Switch 2 is the games are performing so well on it that I was like, maybe I should get P5R on the Switch. Like, you know, let me just get the game again.
Nintendo, everybody. The Nintendo drones are here in full effect.
But that's a game that goes on sale often, so like I wouldn't mind buying it.
I have P5R on my Switch.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I had it because when I was traveling between Buffalo and New York City, it was just a nice game to just play on an hour flight, or like if I was waiting at the airport for a while, it was just a beautiful game to sit down and play because I didn't have to like interact with it much. I could just listen to the dialogue, do some turn-based combat. Like it was just super chill. And then I could pay attention to like when my flight was called or anything like that. Besides that, so we know what you're playing. We know what you're going through because I was about to ask what are you playing, but you pretty much went through what you're playing. But yeah, Switch 2 stuff. That's kind of it's the big launch of the week, but it's not the only thing going on this week. We did, like I said, talk about the state of play the other day, which you said was a 10 out of 10 for yourself.
Yeah,
I think it was middle of the road, 6 out of 10 mid. I was looking more forward to Summer Games Fest, but even I still think Summer Game Fest was pretty mid, despite having things that I wanted. I guess you could say I got everything I wanted. Because technically we got another Marvel fighting game. But that's not the exact fighting game that I wanted. I want to actually address Tokon really quickly. I do like the Doom design now that I've looked at it a little bit more. I actually am starting, the designs are growing on me a little bit, except Iron Man. And I've looked at the gameplay a little bit. I can't say that I like the gameplay, but there was a few things. Well, no, because in the video I said I liked the super animations. So I was gonna say I liked a lot of the animations. I don't see myself buying it, but I will say it's grown.
That's also what I'm curious about, the price.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a $70 game easily. Strive was $70.
Paid $70 for that game?
No, God no, I didn't. I bought it off Zero for like $40.
No way I paid $70 for that game.
Zero had a friend that had an extra copy and they were selling it for $40, and I remember I told him I wanted it. He bike rode to my job.
I remember that.
Yeah. I easily paid $40 for that game because I remember wanting it and I was like $70. I don't think I can do that. Because it's a P5, it's not a P5 exclusive, but it's a next gen game. I don't think it's on previous gen. I don't think there's a P4 version.
No way I paid $70 for this game. I refuse to believe.
I forgot you own Strive. Didn't you buy it when I bought it?
Yeah, I bought it so we could play together.
Which we did a lot.
Yeah, we did play a lot of Strive.
We could always go back and play Strive. Like, I'm always down to play Strive. Yeah, we did play a fuck ton of Strive. I learned the shit out of that game. Okay, people can't say that I don't put time into Arxis games because I have. We played a fuck ton of Dragon Ball too.
We did.
Yeah, like I put time and effort. I got to pink rank in fighters. Like I made it pretty high, and I got to floor. What was it, like 4 or 5 or 6 or 5? I don't know how high the floor is.
Not that high.
What was the lowest floor?
Like 1. What are you talking about? It goes from like 1 to 13, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it went from like 8 up.
No.
Was it really 13 floors?
Yeah. Because 10 is, I think, heaven, if I'm not mistaken. Then you get like higher in heaven.
I think I got pretty high, but I don't remember getting like super high. I got like middle of the ground. And I remember getting to a point in the game where it was just soul bad guy after soul fucking bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty busted.
Yeah, it was just, you just fought like 10 of him in a row, or it was Happy Chaos. There's just a lot of Happy Chaos.
I lied. It ends at 10.
I thought it went backwards. I don't know why.
No, yeah, it's System of a Down, The Night Comes Down, Future World, Alive or Just Breathing, Still of the Night, Symphony of Destruction, Rain in Blood, The Hellion, Fates of Black, and then Stairway to Heaven.
You know they don't have the floors anymore?
That sucks.
Well, they have it, but it's just a game mode. They have a proper ranked system now.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because it was really annoying having to like find people to fight you on the stupid floors. People like run off of the table.
But you could also find someone who didn't deserve that rank and like beat them 10 times in a row and get promoted. Yeah. So like you didn't have to like actually grind through the ranks. It's kind of like anything before master rank in Street Fighter is kind of pointless because then you get to master rank and it's its own actual ranked mode. So yeah, I mean, I put time in Strive. I put time into fucking Dragon Ball. Like I learned the shit out of those games, and I know how easy and fucking bare bones they are. I mean, right? Like I said, right now I'm fucking with Grand Blue. So, and Grand Blue is so easy.
Yeah, I even got to floor 10 with my Kai, which I don't think I deserve to be there.
Bruh. Fuck that character, dude.
I remember I got there, and then I think I fought like a Eno, Axel, and then who was the other one?
Which Axel's the worst character in the game. Well, was at that time. Like, I don't know what he's like now.
I think it was Milia, right? I played, I think, all three of them back to back, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. No, it was a Ram. A Ram made me stop playing, bro.
Me?
No, not you. It was someone else. You know what it was? I was like, I kind of know this matchup because he plays Ram, and then this other dude was just doing some wild shit to me, and I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not am I dealing with this.
Yo, Ram is so good. I don't know if Ram is still good, but Ram is the whole... Eno and Ram were the two reasons why I kept playing that game. But I started with Eno, and the problem with Eno was she didn't get good damage, and she was super mix-up heavy. Like, you had to consistently just loop mix-up back to back to back to back. Whereas just Ram, I just hit you once, and I take half your life bar. And it just was so easy. And I could zone you out. I could pressure. Ram was so much fun in that game. I wanted to learn
about SummerGameFest at all.
No, yeah, we didn't. Okay, never mind.
We're
covering the week. We're covering the week. We're talking about Tokon battle, okay? Tokon, Souls, something, whatever. Fuck that game. I hucked 2 on that game. SummerGameFest.
Yes.
What did you think?
It wasn't terrible, but like I wasn't like super excited, I think, for anything.
That's a lie. You didn't like the new RGG game?
Yeah, I was looking at it, but I was like, I just need more. Cause like I know what the basis of all the RGG games are, but like I need to know what else are you giving me. Like, don't just show me the same location in a different time period. Like I have played like 12 of those damn games, all right? I need something else. I need something else to get excited for.
This RGG engine is new, isn't it?
It looks like it, yeah.
Because that looks so different. Like, even Virtua Fighter looks so different.
Yeah.
But Sega's running everything on this RGG engine now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the RE engine for them.
Capcom, yeah.
Yeah. They're putting everything on the RGG engine, and they're putting Crazy Taxi in that shit. Jet Set Radio is going to be in that shit. Yeah, like Virtua Fighter's in it now, and now this new Yakuza-like game. I mean, I guess we could just kind of go through it. Like, I know they opened up with Mortal Souls 2. I never played Mortal Souls 1.
No. Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell. Sorry, there you go. It's a Souls-like. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play the first one?
No, but I think I'm going to now.
I skipped it a little bit, but I saw a part where this guy was just like punching or stabbing something over and over again. I was like, that looks kind of cool. It looks very Bloodborne-ish.
Yeah, it looks really intense, and that's why I want to play it. Some of the character, like the character designs are pretty cool, or like the enemy designs, I should say, rather. I like those.
It's crazy how many Souls-like games are out now, man.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Souls-like games.
You just came back with that. Scared the shit out of me. So loud in my ear. Yeah, there's even like 2 more that were revealed this show.
Yeah. And then Liza P got the DLC.
So you have the list. What came after Mortal Shell?
After Mortal Shell was my man Joker, Miku,
oh my god,
Ichiban, and then Steve in Sonic Racing.
Yo, so I've been watching a lot of Mario Kart World content in the last 24 hours, and I've been getting a little bit of FOMO. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit of FOMO. The game looks fun. The World Tour mode is what looks fun, but I stated when they first announced this game that was like the one thing that I could see myself sinking myself into is the World Tour mode.
Nah, man, that knockout shit is so much fun.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was called World Tour.
No, it's called Knockout.
Knockout. That's what it is. That's what I'm talking about. the battle royale.
Yeah.
And then I watched this Sonic trailer, and I was like, "Oh, this looks so good." And they brought Team Babylon back, which I'm so happy about because they'd never use those characters again after fucking Sonic Riders. It's Wave and Wave, Jet, and I don't remember the third one's name.
The big green one, right?
No, he's the big gray one.
That's why he's gray.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. But it's a nice mixture of Sonic Riders, Sonic Racers, and then when I saw the Hatsune Miku, I was like, oh, like people popped in the audience.
I was like, oh my god, Miku.
But when I saw Ichiban, oh, I lost it. Immediately I was like, I'm buying this shit. Day one, I'm buying this shit.
Kiryu's in it still because he's in the other one.
I would love to have Kiryu in this game. But they had me at Ichiban. When they gave me Joker, I was like,
oh my god, wait, there's a child. There's a child that drives? I'm watching the show. Oh no, it's cream and cheese.
Cream and cheese. There's a scene where Ichiban's doing tricks, and then you see Amy next to him also doing tricks. I was like, what world are we living in right now? Yo, Joker's car is so dope.
Yeah, it's like arson. It's amazing.
So that went from like, oh, maybe I'll get it on sale to, oh, I'm definitely playing the shit out of this.
Yeah, I definitely want to get this.
Yeah, it just looks so good. It looks so fucking good. And then turning into the monster trucks.
Yes.
It looks dope.
But the fact that Steve is in this game means that it's gonna sell automatically. That's already it. That's all it needed.
It's base roster too, isn't it?
I believe so.
And there's a Minecraft map. Yeah. People buying the shit.
Well, considering how this game works, I don't know if that's like an actual map or like you just like go between different worlds in general, which will again be pretty cool.
True. But
like imagine going to like a palace and then like now you're in a Minecraft dungeon. You got the Enderman chasing you, and then you just end up in Tokyo.
Yeah, in Kamurocho.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You just driving by some grown men dressed as babies. I would love that. I would fucking love that. You can see Majima in the back. Yeah, that sounds dope. That sounds fun. I would love a fucking Kamurocho map. But my man's Ichiban is no stranger to kart racers. All right?
Nope.
He is no stranger to kart racing. Yeah, that was a hype trailer. That was the first trailer that I actually saw in full. And I was just, this is amazing. This looks awesome. I hope we get more guest characters, like, because like Sega has like a very, I mean, they did All-Star Racers and they had a very vast roster. They even had fucking Danica Patrick.
Yes.
I doubt that's happening now, but yeah, they have a lot of characters they could choose from. I mean, now they're even reaching out and, like you said, doing Steve for Minecraft because they have no correlation to that at all. So there is also, by the way, there is also one more game show, which is the Xbox one, which is rumored to be where P4 is going to be.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that. I think that's why Steve is here because it definitely seems like Sega is building a relationship with Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft is who announced P3. They're also the ones who announced Tactics or Tactica. So I definitely can see P4 being announced next week at the Xbox event. But yeah, when I didn't see P4 today, I was just like, this makes a lot of sense. Plus, you were right, no Konami, because you know why? That's why Konami was full force on the State of Play, because we got Kojima shit.
5 seconds into the show. 5 seconds.
I did not watch this. I purposely did not watch this. So I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I saw a cutscene that they showed when I was skimming through it. I was just like, I've seen enough Death Stranding the game comes out in like 3 weeks. I'm good on that.
No, it was just introducing the actors and like telling you the names of their characters from the game. That was basically it.
Okay. Is Margaret Qualley in the game? Is Mama back?
No.
Because Because I know her sister's still alive.
Yeah.
Her twin sister.
She said that this is kind of like it's in that universe, but it's kind of like its own thing. So like, don't expect to see characters.
Which is weird because they bringing back the dude with the heart palpitations.
Yeah, but he's a new character.
Ah, interesting. Okay, we're done. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Death Stranding 2, I'm buying it already. I'm excited for it because on 3 weeks.
20 days.
We can move on from there.
Code Vein 2.
Oh, how you feel about that?
I liked it. I mean, I really liked the first one. It's like a watered down Souls-like game. So I don't mind. They're just like dumb fun.
It seemed less edgy than the first one.
Oh, I feel like it's still as edgy. The enemies have like candles in their faces and they're like weird night type things.
Yeah,
it feels like they're trying to go like a Elden Ring aesthetic. Like more like
which makes
holy
sense.
night type stuff.
Elden Ring is making a lot of fucking money right now.
Yeah.
Code Vein came out at a time where Bandai was just dropping everything. I feel like every month there was a new Bandai fucking game. Lots of anime style games.
That other game came out around that same time with the girl with the stupid like psychic powers. That one was like super anime. You could like pick up the rocks and then like throw it at people or like summon lightning. Yeah, you played it.
Yeah, Bandai was just dropping a lot of anime shit. And it was making money. I don't know how, but people were buying it.
Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah, baby. What that game was called. I think I own that game actually.
Yeah.
I think I have Code Vein. I know I do.
Yeah. Didn't we play Code Vein like once together?
I think we did. Way back, yeah. We were designing characters for it together.
Yeah, it was around the same time that we
did Neo, I think.
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say. We played Code Vein for like 5 seconds, and you were like, "Let's try Neo," and then we got stuck in Neo.
Neo was so much fun together. You were Chie, and I was Rise. Yep. That was an experience. If Neo 3 is co-op, I'm down. I'm so down. What was after Code Vein?
End of Abyss. It looked kind of cool.
I don't remember.
I feel like they didn't really show enough. It was the.
Send me the link you have, just so I can look. Are they showing like pictures of the stuff too, or?
It's links.
Okay, I want to be able to like look at it too. That's why I want to see if I remember watching that. There's a few standouts that I remember, and that one was one of them.
Yeah, End of Abyss. It's like a top-down horror-looking game.
Hold on, Jamatsu wants to make sure I'm a real person. Oh, did you like scroll down?
Yeah, I went to the beginning of the list and I scroll up.
There was a Genshin Impact trailer?
No. That's from earlier. You have to start at Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell was the beginning of the show.
Wait, what did you? Up from there. I'm at the thing, but I don't think I have the list of games.
Yeah, man, because I'm looking at the Genshin Impact thing here.
Mortal Shell, Sonic Racing, Code Vein, Abyss. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Mouse PI for hire?
Yeah.
Protagonist to be voiced by Troy Baker.
I'm tired of that, man. Like 100%.
Yo, put some respect on Troy Baker.
He's in everything. I'm so tired of it. Like, are there really no other voice actors?
You know, it's funny. People were complaining about the chick who plays one of the characters in Destiny. She's also in Star Wars. She's going to be in an upcoming game, too. I remember what game it is. People were complaining that it was woke, that she's in everything. And I was like, bro, y'all don't complain that Nolan North and Troy Baker are in everything. Why? Because they're white men? Like, these fuckers consume the gaming world. Matthew Mercer, also in everything.
I'm going to be honest, though. I don't think I actually play anything They're like, oh, he's Snow.
Yeah, Troy Baker's in a lot of anime type games and JRPGs.
Yeah. So Tales of Vesperia, I play in Japanese. What else is he?
He is also Snow. He's
Final Fantasy the 13 when it came out, I had to play it in English. The same thing with P4, I had to play it in English. Catherine, I play in Japanese.
He's Joker in Batman Origins. He's in Death Stranding. He's in he's Nathan Drake's brother. He's Joel. He's what the fuck is his name? Kanji in P4.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's Kanji in P4. He's
Pain in the English Naruto.
Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, Troy Baker everywhere. That man is everywhere. Matthew Mercer plays Leon in RE6.
Yes.
Yep. And he's also Vincent now in FF7.
Yeah, but these are all games that I play in Japanese, so that's what I'm saying. Like I don't hear his voice as much as other people do.
And you just complaining to complain.
No, because it's getting to the point where I feel like he's in everything. Like I'm not actively avoiding him, but like, is there really no one else to give an opportunity to?
He's indie.
Horrible.
You know, it's funny though.
Anyway.
He was at the Game Awards last year, and he was like,
I remember.
I'm in so many things, but I've never been nominated for one of these awards. He's also never won one of them. So like, people complain that he's in everything, but like, there are other performers out there who are getting the limelight. I still think the guy who played James in Silent Hill 2 last year should have won. I don't think Hellblade fucking... No. That game bombed anyways. Critically, at least. That game bombed critically. Like, no one cared for that game. The first one,
Neither
yes.
of those games sold.
But the first one people like.
Anyway, moving on.
I beat that first one, by the way, in a day. It took me 8 hours.
You beat a lot of games in a day. Let's not go there, please.
Real-time strategy game, Game of Thrones. I saw that trailer. There was no gameplay, so I skipped it. I don't really care for it. I did not think that Atomic Heart made enough money to warrant a sequel.
So the entire time I was watching it, I was like, who actually played that first one? I was like, I need to know. I need to speak to someone who played the first game.
I played the first one for like 5 minutes when it came out on Xbox because it was on Game Pass.
Granted, this one looks different. The first Atomic Heart doesn't look like this.
It was not. It didn't grab me, like, at all. So I can't really say much about it. But it did not.
I like the design philosophy of like the weird enemies, like these doll looking things. I think like the mannequins, they look really cool.
They look great. The game looks amazing. The first one looks awesome. It just, the gameplay just didn't grab me, and I can't. Maybe I can give it another try one day, but I'm looking at the screenshots too.
And then right after that, they announced The Cube, which is another game in that universe, and it's a multiplayer game. So, like, I guess they're going a safer route because, like, assuming that you don't want to play their multiplayer game, you can just play Atomic Heart 2. And if you don't want to play a single player game, you can play the multiplayer Cube game.
It's like you said, though. Who's asking for an Atomic Heart universe?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how they have enough money to fund 3 games.
Yeah.
They show up again later on in the presentation.
Oh,
They're attached to 3 different projects.
it's weird. It's very weird. Onimusha, on the other hand, looks sick.
Yes.
There's
Very slow and methodical. I'm loving it.
I was about to say there's one thing that annoys me a little bit with the RE engine, and it's that a lot of animations in the RE engine look sluggish. But I think for this game it works because Onimusha is a very slow tactical game. I'm glad that they didn't go the Souls route with it. I didn't want this to be like a Sekiro style Elden Ring game. I'm just happy it keeps, like, the combat obviously is aged. Like, in the original one, so it's more modern, but it still keeps that feel of Onimusha, and I'm so happy to see that. And Capcom is just killing it, bro.
They really are.
Capcom is just consistently dropping bangers, bro. Like, it's crazy that in the last 6 months we got the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, we got the fucking SNK 2, CVS 2 came back with Power Stone and Rival Schools, and basically two seasons
Star
of Street
Gladiator.
Fighter.
Why are you not talking about Star Gladiator?
Yeah, Star Gladiator's back. My man's
Hayato.
yeah, he's back. And we got Onimusha, we got Okami, we got Monster Hunter Wilds, we got Resident Evil 9, Beautiful Joe, yeah, like,
where is he? Where is that man?
yeah, that's another one with Dino Crisis that we're waiting on. I mean, they remastered, they remade from the ground, Dead Rising.
They did, yeah. DDD.
And that game is amazing. And
no, it's DRDD, right?
Yeah, DR, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they said that they were open to doing it for the second one, or open to, because I think it sold better, like it sold what they expected it to sell. They're looking to maybe add another to the series. Like, Capcom's cooking. Capcom's making money. Capcom's making money again. Yeah,
meanwhile, Square Enix is over here making Among Us.
Yo, I didn't realize that it was a Square Enix game until now. I saw the trailer for it, but I think I might have skipped over the Square Enix logo. But oh wow, I didn't know it was Square Enix at all. It looked unique.
It looks so chaotic, which I feel like is definitely what they're going for, because Among Us in general can feel very chaotic. But this is like just to the next level. People like shooting, stabbing each other, robbing each other. I was like, yo, there's so much happening.
I like murder mysteries.
I just hope that it like the gameplay loop, I hope it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Among Us because I don't know, it just didn't.
Among Us is only, well, in my opinion, it's only fun if you have friends that you can chat with. Otherwise,
I agree.
It's very like meh.
Yeah, this looks more interactive.
Yeah, like this look. That's what I'm saying. It's very chaotic.
Yeah,
there's so many options that you could do instead of just like going somewhere and hitting space bar.
Yeah, doing little puzzles. Like, this is more. Yeah, I agree. Arc Raiders. Greg mentioned Arc Raiders.
He did. Yeah, he's excited for this.
I don't even know what it is.
It's extraction shooter.
Like Siege.
Which I don't want this. I think it's more. Actually, yeah, it might be like Siege. Yeah, I was gonna say Division, but it's not like that really.
Who's making this? Embark Studios. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, no, these types of games aren't
for me.
For me.
Yeah, this is not my kind of thing either. I am more of a hero shooter kind of person.
Yeah.
I know.
And after that, Liza P DLC, which looked pretty fun.
That was fun. Yeah, I have to finish the first one.
It's funny because you kept mentioning it to me, so I was like, "Oh, like let me go play this game," and then I finished it, and then like I think I spoke to you like a while afterwards, and you know, like, "Oh yeah, no, I dropped it." I was like, "Oh, how cute, how cute!"
But you liked it.
I did, yeah.
It was a good recommendation. I knew you'd like it.
Yeah. See,
I'm good at this. Hey, let's not talk about my backlog, okay?
Funny because the moment I saw Jurassic World, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna." This. Yeah, he played the other one. Yeah,
bro.
Play some
when I saw the Jurassic World trailer, I was like, "How many of these we're gonna fucking get?" I love the first one. I absolutely love that first one. I downloaded the second one. I play a little bit of it, but it's just more of the first one. So it's like you could have just sold this to me as a $20 DLC, but you're selling it to me as a $60 game. Now I'm pretty sure you're gonna sell it to me as a $70 game. When again, you could have just
it's gonna have more monsties.
Yeah, you could have just sold me the dinosaurs for $20 and I would have bought it. You could have been like,
Not enough.
Jurassic Park 3 bundle, Jurassic World bundle, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom bundle. Like, I would have bought the ones that I wanted, but they want to make more money, which is fine. The games are fun. They're addictive. Games like that in general are just addictive. I like the Jurassic World ones because they're a little less time constrainty. Like,
Yeah.
They're a little less micromanagey. I think that's what I'm looking for. Whereas something like Cities, like I played Cities for a little while, and I was doing really well until I fucked up the sewage system and it destroyed my entire city. And then that's like 6 hours of content that I put into it that it's just gone now, when I was about to have a nice, robust civilization. And yeah. Whereas like the worst thing that happens in Jurassic World is like the dinosaur breaks out. But if you have a good security, yeah, I was gonna call it a monster. Where the dinosaur breaks out, because you call it monsties.
Yeah, they're doing Monster Hunter stories. They're monsters.
And like you can kind of contain that situation, and you don't lose all your progress. You know, because I was playing Cities, and like all of a sudden people were getting sick, and then I realized that I put the sewage area where we get our clean water, and I fucked up, and so they were drinking sewage water and dying. People were just dying. And yeah, so I had to start a new city.
The next game that they announced was possibly the game that I am the most excited for. Mina the Hollower.
I don't even remember seeing that game. What is it called?
Mina the Hollower.
Mina.
It's by the same people that made Shovel Knight.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Mina.
Yeah, Mina.
I thought you said Nina.
Oh no, Mina.
It's a little mouse.
Yeah, it's super cute.
This is the Starwind game through and through.
Yeah. So this looks like traditional Zelda to me, like top-down Zelda.
I see that.
Which I was like, oh my god, I'm getting something that no one else is giving to me. Which is like the same way that I felt about Shovel Knight when Shovel Knight came out, because like they weren't really putting out any Castlevania games. We weren't getting any Metroid games, not even like new Mega Man games. And that like Shovel Knight hit for all of those, like that entire genre.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm getting a new Zelda game, pretty much, which is super cute. And I'm definitely down for it. These animations are amazing. I'm 100% going to get this.
October 31st, 2025.
And it's probably going to be like maybe like $20. So
yeah.
I am so down.
Which kudos to not to cut you off. Kudos to Jeff at the beginning of the show, shouting out Expedition 33.
Yes. Yes, he did.
He knows what's up. Sometimes I love Jeff, and then there are other times like the Elden Ring debacle where I'm just like, oh, you're a dick rider. But like 8 times out of 10, I like Jeff. I love Jeff.
He can be both.
Yeah, he's a little bit of both. That's fine. You know, sometimes we show for things. I show for Capcom. You show for the Switch. You know, like we do what we gotta do. Like,
Shut the fuck up.
You know, you suck the Nintendo cock. I suck the Capcom cock. Like we.
I like how the one and only Switch that I actually paid for is a problem. The one and only Switch I actually paid for is a problem that I have.
It's not a problem. I have zero problem with it. I'm getting a Switch too eventually. Like, it's not an issue. I just think it's funny that you talk wild shit. Like, yo, I talked shit, bro. You talk shit. My man was ready to quit gaming like a month ago, and this dude had it pre-ordered for like 3 months.
It's been. No, the pre-orders...
That's right. The pre-orders opened up like a month ago. But
yeah, they were like 45 days ago.
You got the shit. You waited in line to pre-order the shit, and you did the midnight release. You bought that shit. Like, it's just funny. I just think it's hilarious. And I'm gonna rag on you. Like, that's what we do.
As you should.
You're gonna rag on me, or you have ragged on me for some bullshit. But
yeah. Anyway, Dying Light.
Okay. I am the niche Dying Light audience. I have both games. I've beaten both games. I like both games. I also enjoy Dead Island. They're fun.
Yeah.
This Dying Light is a new game. It doesn't look like a Dying Light 3, but it looks like a spinoff. I think the game looks gorgeous.
Has, like, powers.
Yeah, he like turns into one of the monsters.
Yeah.
I think the game is gorgeous. It looks so good. There was a lot of like the monsters and the zombies look really good. I'll play it. I don't think I'll buy it on launch, just because now I'm being very conservative with what I buy on launch. But I can see myself playing it. Maybe I'll go back and play Dying Light 2. But I'm that audience. That's me. Hello.
And the next game is me. This Toa and the Guardians. It's a little roguelike game.
Toem the Guardians. Yeah, you roguelize JRPGs and top down 8-bit 16-bit games.
Yeah, at first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, like I don't think I'm gonna get this. And then like as they started showing more gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely get into this.
Hold 100%. I'm getting to that part where you're at right now. Yeah. Roguelite action game Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree for PS5, Xbox Series, especially PC. Scott Pilgrim EX. Well, around this time here is when they announced that Resident Evil games were on sale.
Yeah, and they said that nothing else was gonna be announced just for them to freaking drop it at the end.
So when they hit me with that, I was like, okay, they're just announcing sales. It's cool. Don't worry. Relax. Breathe. It's okay. And then Lady Dimitrescu was there, and she was talking, and I was like, okay, this is fine. We do like Lady Dimitrescu.
Is that really how you say her name?
Is Dimitrescu? Yeah. People pronounce it Dimitrescu or some shit like that, but in the lore, they call it Dimitrescu. And I was like, okay, game's on sale. I already saw that actually, because I remember clicking. I was on my PS5 I think last night, and I was clicking through I was like, oh, Capcom sale, that's cool. And it said purchase, and I was just like, well, I can't get any of this shit anyways.
I hate when that happens.
It's the worst, so bro.
You're just looking at the entire catalog. You're like, oh, okay.
I hold on.
Sorry, I guess.
Oh, and then you see one that's like I saw RE4 Gold edition on sale, but it's only on sale because I have the disc version, so it doesn't seem that I have it. So yeah, that happened, and then I believe they started going with the rest of the show. Scott Pilgrim EX, you have any interest in that?
There's too many beat 'em ups coming out right now. Like I don't understand why they're flooding the market. There's like the Ninja Turtle ones that are coming out. The Marvel one is coming out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Streets of Rage is coming back. Yeah. I feel like there was another one that is coming out. Oh, the Capcom collection. There's the Punisher one. There's the X one
that they just gave to people. Like no one wanted that. No one asked for that.
Yeah, I'm like, there's too many of these games coming out right now. Like I probably would get the Marvel one before I get the Scott Pilgrim one.
If I'm buying any beat 'em ups, it would definitely be the Marvel one. Yeah.
Like I love the Scott Pilgrim franchise, but I'm just like, what else are you really gonna do? Like I saw the Netflix series, I've seen the live action, I read the books. Like what else you got for me? Vegans? I gotta fight vegans again? Oh wow! And then there's they re-released the other Scott Pilgrim game, which is again the exact same thing. It's a beat 'em up.
Yeah,
it's a side scroller beat 'em up. So I'm like, you're giving me another version of the same game? Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's super cute, but
Marvel's trying to capture a lot of that each demographic. They're capturing the cinematic story games with Wolverine and Spider-Man. They doing it VR with the fucking Deadpool game.
That was such a bad reveal.
It really was. I could care less for that. they're trying to capture the hero shooter live service thing with Marvel Rivals. They're doing the fighting game community now with with Tokon. They're doing now the beat 'em up. They're bringing back beat 'em ups with fucking
Everything.
yeah. So like they're trying to dip into every demographic and make a fuck ton of money out of it, which Marvel's is successful. No one can say that Marvel Rivals is not successful. The Tokon is already successful and people were fucking gawking at that game. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this beat 'em up will be successful. Fucking the card game is successful. What is it? Snap?
Snap is, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's another one too, though. There's the one like a hero collector.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. They like added Emma Frost, I think, just now to it.
Too much, man. It's too much Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's soaking up everything. I think they're doing it because they're realizing that like obviously comics are not a profitable medium anymore.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, like I think the movies and TV shows isn't being as profitable as they're wanting it to be. So they're just dipping everywhere else to kind of get back that lost revenue. Scum?
This seems like Ark Survival to the next level, which honestly, this game looks really entertaining. Like you never know what's gonna happen. This seems pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. This looks really fun.
Will you
Will
play
I buy
it?
it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
I would not buy it.
Peggy 18.
But I wouldn't buy it like full price. Like if it was on Game Pass, I'd play it. Like I would 100% play this.
This is only on Steam.
Because it's early access right now.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. No. Ill?
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but I want it. And I want it now. Like,
yes. Mina and this is what I was all over. The other Munfish game. I was like, how y'all putting out Atomic Hearts and then you got Ill sitting on the back burner? I would have opened up with Ill. The little when he was doing the Baraka at the beginning, I was like, who are you? Who is it? And then he kicks the baby.
This game. I went back before I got on with you. I went back to watch the RE trailer. And Nat was sitting next to me and she loved the trailer too. And then I saw the Ill trailer and I was like, let me rewatch this again because I wanted to really look at it, and especially like in 4K or whatever. And even she was like, this looks awesome. I was like, this game looks freaky as fuck. There was the bodies that are like swarmed on top of each other, creeping around the hallway.
And the giant one that pops, like it throws his head.
Yeah, with his little pee-pee sticking out. And then
No. The one is just a giant head.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
Yeah, he like comes out the corner.
This is like Metro
and then the dude that blasts the whatever the hell they are, and he like immediately turns to you. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is giving me like Metro Silent Hill vibes.
Shit is ill.
This shit looks dope. There was nothing else that was announced about it though. Like there was no release date window, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, your release date has yet to be announced.
Probably because they're pushing Atomic Hearts
first. Yeah, I need more of this, and I need it now. I don't know. It just looks so fucking good. That was the one thing on the show besides the RE and Street Fighter stuff, which I was like expecting anyways. This is the one thing on the show that I was like, okay. You remember what I said in the chat? I was like, give me something I don't know I want. This was it. This was the thing that I was like, I didn't know I wanted this. Now I do. Badly.